Most of the time on gay dating apps, I feel like I'm interviewing people. You know, the inability of answering questions back, of like not being able to maintain the conversation is so common. Like, it looks like people are being dragged into these dating apps. I mean, like, I understand when this happens on apps like Grindr, where you basically can text anyone. The other person might not necessarily find you attractive, and it's fine. But when a guy texts you first, or you match on an app like Tinder, like, why do you talk as if you are being forced to talk to me? Like, just make it make sense. So in this video, I want to discuss 3 reasons why I think gay dating apps are boring AF. So reason number 1 is that people don't want to do the work anymore. Like, they think that they can come to dating apps and they'll just meet the perfect person, and that person will just save them and solve all of their problems and just like decide everything for them. Basically, it looks like they're not coming from a place of abundance, they're coming from the place of lack, need, shortage, and they understand that people can be overworked. They probably don't have the energy. But if you're in a state like this, I think that you don't need to be on dating apps, because in that case you're wasting your own time. Like, in order for things to work, you need to get involved, you need to be ready to give, and if you're not doing all of that, you're wasting your own time. You're wasting the time of people who also look for something serious, like they want some genuine connections. I mean, like, if everyone is just looking for hookups, then it's okay. Like, I mean, keep looking, keep doing your thing. But if you want something serious, like, if you're like a romantic person, you need to do the work. If you guys resonate with what I'm saying, please consider subscribing to my channel. I just recently started my YouTube and I'm honestly obsessed. I have so many ideas. Like, I really want to do content more often. If you guys want to help me make this more sustainable and help me create deeper, more thoughtful sort of content, you can support me through my Patreon or Coffee, which works like a buy me a coffee. I would really, really appreciate it. All the links are in the description. The reason number 2 is that gay men are not always ready to get vulnerable. And it's totally understandable. Like, we grew up in the environments where we just couldn't be open, we couldn't be honest and sincere. We had to like hide, we had to like sort of try our best to fit in, and sometimes like we lose this connection with our own voice, like, and it's like, it's totally understandable. We all went through that, and like, we probably think that we can't say what we really want, what we really need. Just admit that we want something genuine, we want love, right? Like, we want to be cared for, and in general, you know, it's, I think it's common for all the men, like, regarding of their sexual orientation. You can be weak, you can be needy, right? Like, but if you want something genuine, if you really want to like meet your soulmate, like, right, like, and build this long-term relationship, I don't know, maybe get married, like have a husband, you need to be vulnerable. You need to show your authentic self. I think that when the culture just rewards these like fast hookups, like everything is mostly shallow, and these gay dating apps, they create this sense of urgency, right? Like, you need to be efficient. This person is not like checking all the criteria that you need for your perfect partner, or just the perfect person to have a hookup with. Okay, next. You know, like, you don't always have time to sort of get to know people, and probably this is why, like, you know, getting vulnerable is not even the first thing that comes to people's minds. It's just like everyone's like, okay, like, you need to ask for the stats, you need to ask for the like the role that this another guy prefers, like, well, okay, when you're free, and you know, like, it's just like, it just all ends up revolving around just like hookups, right? So I think that if we really want like a deeper, meaningful connection, we need to state it. We need to let other people know that. And there's nothing wrong about that. Like, we all, like, it's just like, it's a common human feeling to have this desire to be loved, to love. Let's just all admit it, you know? And the reason number 3 is that there are just way too many options. It's just like this general dating apps sort of thing where people are like, okay, whatever, like if it's, yeah, just like a, you know, like a minor inconvenience, and then they're like, yeah, I'm moving on to another person. Also, this feeling of like, I can find better. You know, like the next swipe, or like just, okay, like I'll buy this Grindr subscription and like I'll expand my grid and like, you know, and yeah, and there will be someone hotter, smarter, funnier, more emotionally intelligent. I don't know, like you constantly have this feeling that there will be someone better. Many apps, not only gay dating apps, create this sense, right? Like for example, TikTok, like the FYP page is just like endless. You can scroll for hours, for days, for weeks, and like you will be getting this amazing kind of content perfectly tailored for you. And like, you know, when we live in this internet where everything is perfectly tailored to us, right? Like the algorithm is constantly showing us things that we will probably love, like, be obsessed with. And you know, we also think that gay dating apps are like this, you know, like this marketplace where people just sort of market themselves, and there will be more and more pages, profiles. Also, like I live in Lithuania. When I moved to Vilnius, you know, like you're just become this like a fresh meat, and like, you know, it was super fun in the beginning. I was constantly like talking to guys and like going on to dates, and yeah, it was just like super fun. But then most of these connections just like ended and just didn't go anywhere basically, and the dating got so boring. And you know what? Like at some point I was like, okay, it's not working here. Like, you know, and I'm saying that when you live in like for example in Europe, right? Like where countries are so close and it's so much easier to travel. You know, I started thinking like, okay, if it's not working here, I can start looking into guys in other cities like Berlin, probably because I go to Berlin quite often. Or just like, you know, like Riga. Riga is super close also. Or Warsaw. And just once again, this feeling like, okay, there will be someone better. Like, okay, this app, it has this, like, for example, Tinder, it has this passport, or like other gay dating apps. You can also just explore guys in other areas. This sense of like, when it's not enough, like, you want more, and it's giving you more and more and more. Like sometimes Tinder, when I use the passport, it shows me guys from the US. And I'm like, well, I mean, you can travel, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, like, you know, you want someone who's closer to you, right? Like someone who's physically in the same space with you, that you can go and see, meet, like interact physically. And like, I don't know. So in conclusion, I just want to say that, okay, we've been through so much trauma, and this trauma might still dictate like how we sort of navigate our dating and connection with people. But I genuinely believe that we as adults, we can make an effort and sort of unlearn some patterns that are clearly preventing us from getting happier, right? Like from meeting our soulmates and all of that stuff. I just think that we need to be open, we need to learn to get vulnerable, we need to be ready to put in the work, like to give, to get involved, and not waste our time and energy on people who are not ready to do that. So if you guys agree with me, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want more content from me, please go follow me on Instagram, where I post daily. Here will be another video of me that you can check out. And I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye!